Alright, folks, we're back. We're talking about MetaZoo. Yeah, so it's that one card game that was based around cryptids.
Yeah.
And I guess some guys said oh, cryptids? Do you mean crypto? And then I guess they got into NFTs, and that kind of tanked them for a while. See, I thought the game was fine. I just didn't have anyone to play it with. My biggest issue with it was the
I didn't know that was a game mechanic.
It really was. But my biggest issue was the fact that it had this fun little quirk where, to make it sound more unique, they didn't call things by what they're typically called. So like, the deck wasn't a deck, it was a spell book, and your hand isn't a hand, it's a chapter. And a card isn't a card, it's a page. And when you draw you don't draw a card, you bookmark a page. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Okay, so like, Pot of Greed. As good of a card as it is, anyone can just look at that and be like, okay, I understand what this card does.
Oh, I'm sorry, he was involved with CryptoZoo.
Ah, I see. But yeah, so like, you look at a card like Pot of Greed. Yu-Gi-Oh's an incomprehensible mess. But
I mean, hey, what does it do?
So, what it does is you hit the top 2 cards of your deck, and you add it to your hand. Draw 2 cards. Simplest card effect in the entire game.
Yeah. But now it's gonna be like, bookmark 2 pages.
Yeah, I read that, I'm like, this is incomprehensible. What does this mean?
This is like when, you remember like PETA put out like those like alternative phrases for things?
Yeah.
And like, everyone's like, no, we're not gonna say that. Like, no one's gonna say that.
In fact, I'm gonna go out of my way to not say that.
Exactly. You know, like, it's the same thing where like, everyone's just gonna say draw a card. No one's gonna say, I'm gonna bookmark a page.
Who says that? You say that. Like, Magic already has it pretty bad with, like, I don't much care for the fact that they call the deck your library.
Yeah, but that's like,
minute. That's one thing. This is like every single goddamn card has something like that.
Also, I feel like,
MetaZoo had this weird game mechanic. It's an interesting game mechanic, I'll give them that. Fuck! It had an interesting game mechanic where your real life settings affected the game.
Huh.
So, like, for instance, there was a card where it's like, if you're playing this card while you're in a desert area, it gains, like, +2 power. Why did I do that? I was so close!
Like a goddamn gigolo about to burst.
Like,
you're saying 3 more minutes
minutes
at least. What, exactly 3 more minutes?
At least.
At least.
But yeah, I don't know, I thought the artwork was fine. I couldn't find anyone to play it with, and the like starter deck. It also didn't help that it was exclusively sold at Brass City Games, and I kind of have a vendetta against that place. So
yeah.
I'm meaning to go to their new location. I didn't know it's literally on the way to Extreme.
It's nicer, but like at the same time, like they still don't carry our stuff.
I was gonna say that's
okay. Well,
is that Scuzz bucket still there?
You don't get my business. I don't know. Yeah, so. For those of you who don't know, for a while we were testing out some card shops to see what was the right fit for us, you know, in our card group.
I feel like Brass City was so close, just because like they had the space and they had the availability. They just didn't have the product.
That's the thing. So like Richard was like gunning for Brass City because it is right around the corner, and we're like, I'm sorry, I'd rather, like, half the people were like, I'd rather drive into, like, a nice place than, like, stay at Brass City.
Right.
But yeah, what's it called? One of those options was this place called Brass City Games.
Whoa!
And you know what? I don't care about doxing them and, like, saying the name of the establishment. And, like...
No!
Well, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm.
I'm not saying go and send them hate. You know, that's not cool either.
Burn them. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Please
burn this. This must never be seen.
Apparently that actually almost tanked Al Pacino's career.
I believe it.
No one would take him seriously
That movie
after that.
won a Razzie.
I believe it. Anyways, you're talking about Brass City, though.
Yeah, so
More like Ass City, am I right?
But yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, speaking of which, that's probably the cart. Oh,
that's probably Brass City right now.
You're like, burn this. But no.
Like I heard you talking shit.
But yeah, like, so to give you an idea what this place was like, I was told that there was times where people there, people.
Oh no! I had to scratch my chin. It counted as a shake.
Number one, so like, they would put out cards in a bin, and they barely carried anything for the game we played.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
To be fair, like, they were more, Magic-based, which, like, you know what? It's a bigger card game. I get it.
I don't know. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon and Magic are kind of all in the same league.
I feel like Pokemon and Magic both have, like, Pokemon
if anything, I think Pokemon's actually, like, right now, it has more goodwill going for it than either of the other
well, because
two.
I feel like Pokemon
Magic
is also, like, a big thing for collectors.
Well, see, the thing is that Magic has thrown away all of their, like, the goodwill for, like, with like, product, and
Magic Goodwill?
And both of them have just, I've heard apparently Magic has a card that's, like, ruining formats right now, that they just will not ban.
Huh. I mean, well, do they even have, like, ban lists? Or do
they
just,
do.
Like, because I thought their main thing is set rotation.
They do both.
Oh, okay.
If a card is dire enough, they will ban a card.
Okay. Well, yeah, because, like, I know they have... No, I'm so sorry, Eric. Anyways.
Continue.
So, Ready Player One...
I'm still fighting for my life. My name is Rocky Balboa.
So, like, the little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! They did carry, they put in a bin, which...
No, I don't know if I need that or not.
Which they said is a 10-cent bin.
Yeah.
At least that's what it said on there. But they said otherwise when you brought it up there.
Yeah.
Then they look at the prices and go, oh, this card isn't worth 10 cents. It's actually worth more than 10 cents. So you're going to pay that.
Well, my big thing was just the fact that that's twice I've gone there. First off, I take, like, an hour sifting through all these cards.
Yeah.
And then it takes another hour for him to look all of them up.
Well, also, yeah.
And I'm like, I have to go. I have other places to be.
Well, and also, it's like, the whole reason I'm buying this is because it's 10 cents.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to charge more, I don't want it.
Right.
Like, he was going to charge me for, like... Well, actually, no, he did charge me, like, $2 for this one, like, Speed Duel card. I'm like, I don't even play Speed Duel. I just want the card because, like, because it's, like, good in, like, one deck. You know?
Right.
It's not even that good. But yeah, so they would do that, which already pissed me off. There was also, I've heard reports from
a fucking bathroom that worked.
Oh yeah, they kept on saying, oh, our bathroom's down, but they just never did anything to fix it. So it constantly smelled like piss in there.
Whoa!
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
But yeah, and like, so they didn't have a running bathroom, so that was fun. Also, I've heard reports from some of our members that they, like, would scoot back their chairs and pull up, like, part of the carpet because the literal carpet was coming up. Like,
that place is just, like, falling apart.
Yeah,
constantly.
it's like
not very well maintained.
The only thing they had going for them was their late hours, except they didn't do the late hour stuff on the day we went.
Right.
So it's like, well, why are we going?
Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes!
Nice!
Oh, fucking finally.
Last episode, too.
Whew, that's the worst.
Yes, this is the last episode of Super Mario Galaxy 2. We're never playing this
Dragon
game again.
Gaming.
And we're ending it all now.
We're ending the channel. Alright, Joe, you got your gun?
My god.
I got my gun.
The back to sealed, brother.
Back to sealed, Christopher Robin.
That's how I feel too, Mario. And I just watched.
Yeah, it's like I feel like
just sat in the cuck chair.
I feel like we have like no. I feel like none of the game stores around us are like necessarily perfect. Extreme comes about as close as you can.
Like I like the people at Extreme.
The only gripe I have with Extreme is the space.
Yeah, but like at least they're like they have a space for us downstairs.
Right.
Because like that was the other thing that like pissed me off with Gift of Games was that like whenever someone else like whenever they were doing a tournament, we got the shaft and we had to like stand.
Which I get. But
I get it, but at the same time, it's like
why is there not enough chairs for everyone?
Yeah, and like also maybe dedicate like, do you need all the tables? Like, why can't you?
Well, no, they do mostly have a big crowd there, so
I guess
I get it, but like,
and
it was unfortunate because that was.
I'm just saying
they're 5-minute drive.
They're losing out on like business because like, you know, yeah. This guy's always been cool.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, thus is our gripes.
Oh, seriously? I feel like every other game store was just, like, too far away.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was almost like... I think the closest contender for me was Gamers World. But I don't... Again, I like talking to the people at Extreme.
Oh yeah.
The people at Gamers World are nice some of the times, but like I don't know.
That one like main guy. I kind of always get the vibe he's trying to sell me something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's the thing that I like about Extreme is that they don't pressure you into buying things.
Right. I buy stuff because I want to support my local store.
Exactly. Which makes me want to buy things.
Right. It's like I like being around you guys. Ergo, I want to spend. I want to give you money.
Perfect example. I have an example for an experience at Extreme and an experience at Gamers World. At Extreme, I remember there was one time in there I was like, oh well,
no, come on.
I was talking with the main guy Eric there. I'll say his name because you guys should send him some love. He's a great guy.
Oh, he's a really guy. He's really cool.
Not this Eric, different Eric.
No, fuck me.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck this guy.
But no, I remember I was in there talking to him one time, just like chatting, and I was like
shooting the shit.
Yeah, and I was like,
shit in your pants.
I've taken up enough of your time. Like I guess I should buy something. He's like, we're just chatting here. I don't care. And I was like, that's cool.
That's incredibly cool.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. And so like because of that, I want to buy something in there. Versus when I went to Gamers World, I was sorting through cards, and I took a while because it's a lot of bulk. That's all they have there is bulk.
Right. And they don't, unlike Extreme, they don't have a system where you can like buy stuff online.
Exactly. And so like after I was done sorting through the bulk, I said, "All right, thank you. Have a good day." And he's like, You're not gonna buy anything after sorting through all that?" And I was like,
I hope that's a joke.
Well, it's like, no, I'm not, because you don't have anything I want.
Right.
It's like you have bulk. What did? It's like that. It's like that one guy that was like trying to trade me for like some of my money cards, and he's like, "Oh, you can look through my bulk." I'm like, I doubt there's anything in there that I want that is worth
equals the value. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that.
It's like very rarely do you find something in someone's bulk that is like good.
Right.
Because like if they don't want it, chances are you don't either.
Right.
Like
there's one man's trash and one man's treasure, but that only goes so far.
Yeah. And believe me, with Yu-Gi-Oh, you sort through a lot of trash.
Yeah.
My God, I think the pack that like you brought it up recently. We were looking through Judgment of Light, and I'm like, I remember opening up so many. I don't even know why I opened up so many packs that, and like having so many of the cards and being like, I hate all of these.
It's just a very garbage pack.
It is. Okay, the one things that like I sort of liked that it was like Star Seraphs. But I was like, that was just because I was chasing the high of Constellars.
Right.
I was like, I didn't really care about Star Seraphs.
I just wanted a light deck to my dark deck with
exactly. Yeah.
And with that, folks, we will see you guys next time. Bye.